After losing to Cape Town City, I saw a lot of comments from a lot of people, and there are some suggestions. Obviously, I'm my opinions, and I respect people's opinions. But I also have my own opinions, and one is I don't think one of the big problems that we can talk about njengamanje with Chiefs is experience. I don't think we are lacking when it comes to experience. Because here's the thing, Cole Alexander was given a chance, a very experienced player. What did he do? Did not help us with anything. Unange played yesterday, na last season Waidlala played today. I mean last night, what did he give us in experience? Like nothing. We have Utoli, who's not only experienced but is also our captain. What is he giving us? Nothing. You have Ubiliat with all his experience. What is he giving us? Nothing. My thing is that I don't think what's lacking with the Chiefs in Daba experience, because you can have a player umncane and they can still do better than an older player because of how they are, because of how their mind is. You have a player like Declan Rice. He's the captain of SM United, for those of you who don't know. Mongane, but he's disciplined. He is playing at the highest level. He is just everything that you need from a player. He works hard, he also organizes and shouts Magmela Memes abantu abadala abadlula yena, and he does that well. Does that mean akumele asabe mdala to be able to do that? Because abanye benu and some people are talking about bring back Matoho. I'm like, guys, have we suddenly forgot ukuthi kwayena uMatoho yini egcine ngadlali in the last season? Did we forget ukuthi naye wadlala wenza ama-mistakes wagcina egxophiwe? Have we forgotten ukuthi Chiefs plays a high line andazwane mayengenzanga lento ayenza izolo? Chiefs plays a high line, which means if we are being countered, uMatoho does not have the legs to be tracking back and to be running. Not to mention ama-one-on-one mayise isolated ngabantu. People are talking about how we need uMatoho for aerial balls. But there are 5 phases of play, or let me just include ukuthi there is the in position phase, there is the out of position phase, there is a transition phase, and then there's the set pieces. There are 4 actually. So if you're counting in position, one Matoho is not good. Out of position, Magmele Smage, Matoho does not help you. We transition yet he's not able to kick the ball in or pass the ball kahle to start an account. We transition against us, Matoho uzoba liability, and then you have set pieces. Lapho uMatoho uzokusiza. So we cannot say usobuyisa uMatoho simbuyisela for ama-set pieces phela, just that ma-aerial balls ngiyazi nama-cross abakhona, but isikhathi esiningi i-Chiefs ibhola malikithi if uzwane edlala into right 4-2-3-1 ezopressa abantu, and then kube yithi esinebhola and we start playing from the back, you're not gonna need him. And for one thing that needs polishing njengamanje kwi-team yethu, lama mistakes that we keep on making at the back, ama-back pass, and uMatoho is certainly going to continue doing that if he was given a chance. So I don't see how Matoho can improve our team right now. I think he might just make us worse. And guys, you know my stance on Ukuno. Yeah, he's a captain, he's a leader, and who knows, maybe he might help us. But then Ukun has 2 seasons remaining in him, and then after him, that means we'll start afresh and build again. So it would make sense really for Ukune to play on Saturday. It's a cup game, mhlawumbe specialize in cup games. It would make sense for him to play. But kwakhona ukuthi we rest kube ngathi everything manje zonkhona ukuthi he's the one ozosolve zonke inkinga ze-backline yethu. I don't think he would. In fact, I still think Wayne Ukune can make his own mistakes. It's the fact he can come in, make a mistake, and then abantu bamjikele naye. So Ukune might help certainly with the leadership, because siyabona ukuthi uDoli was only good kwi-game ye-Richards Bay where sase short and then he had to chip in and start marking. So he might help ukhona, but I'm not saying it's something esingaze siyibeke kuye yonke ukuthi ukhona will just be the solution to all our problems. I don't think that's a fair point, to be honest. And to the next point, ngizophinde ngisho futhi lento, angazi how many videos I've said, people are still saying Chiefs needs to sign players. The question again, does Chiefs have that money? If Chiefs have the money to sign players, ngabe abamsayinanga yini another striker earlier on? Or better yet, does Chiefs want to spend money? Because I think as much as Uzwane, guys, has been honest, Ekeminezolo, he flopped. He just made it bland. But I don't think it's fair to put it on him. The team hasn't signed everyone, because as we know, as he said it, and as we also say, we don't want to sign players for the sake of signing them. We want to sign quality players, and to get quality players, trials in Japan, you need to pay imali. Or Musa Kamara, I know maybe he's not the most prolific striker, I don't know, but there were glitches with his team saying bazofuna a certain amount, blah blah blah. That move was cancelled and there was nothing that continued from there, which shows that it's either Chiefs doesn't want to pay the money or Chiefs doesn't have the money. Because even for Pulemodi, people are now talking about Guti, we need people who will compete with Otto, not billiards on those positions. But it seems like Abana direct competition, which I don't think is really true, because Usahota Simbonile what he's doing, what he can do, and we know Guti Kono Mahlatsu Usefigi, Mahlatsu can play with left wing, Usahota can play with right wing, and I can certainly say Usahota has had a better season than Otto, and Mahlatsu might figure Kususe na ukushisa kule position there, which would be better than what Ukama is giving us njengamanje. And then at this point, Usifama ngamdlalisa as a striker at this point, because akusizi nabe ukulokhu sithi experience ayintwana, because nabo abantu abadala nabo they are not really pulling their weight. And it's just leads me to my next point indaba kaSolomon's ukuthi for masikhuluma ngendaba ukuthi do you need to be experienced to do certain things or not. So indaba kaSolomon's ikabili. One, he stepped up in the previous game, pressure situation, took a penalty, and it's not a new thing for him. He did it even last year with Swallows against the Chiefs. They were fighting relegation and he stepped up twice. That's gutsy. That's gutsy. Not anyone just does that. Ube nesibindi, kumele ngempela ube ne-mentality right to be able to do that. And the second part kaSolomon's ukuthi kumele kulungiswe indaba ye-mentality yakhe naye. Not ukuthi we are bad, but ubebonakala ukuthi ubese frustrated. And why would you not be? You get frustrated if your team is losing, yeah? Yeah, you get frustrated. But the issue that I have, ukuthi, if you're losing 2-0 and you have 20 minutes remaining on the clock, you can still come back and end up winning that game. Ngizokhuluma ngeteam ebizwa nge-Real Madrid. I hate them with everything in me. Real Madrid played against PSG. They were losing. I think it's scored 3-1. Somehow PSG ended up losing that match. Why? Mentality. Second game, Chelsea. Chelsea yakade dliwe ngo-3-1 kwi-home game yabo, and then babuya basebe lead. 2-goal margin again. Madrid eradicated that. Man City. Madrid did the same thing. Liverpool, they didn't even need to come back from behind. They just scored 1 goal and then but defended and then keeper babu cheaper in here and there. And that's also with Madrid. One can say it's also down to Carlo Ancelotti. It's also down to the experience of the squad. But the player who gave an assist to the game is Federico Valverde. Valverde can experience Modric, right? You also have Vinicius Jr. who scored that goal in Abawinel. Vinicius is not experienced as Modric. Who game le abakhipha khona City kuma semi-final kwako Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo is 20 or 21. Intwana. So into engizama ukisho ukuthi as much as Madrid kune-mixture between experienced players and non-experienced players, but at the end of the day kukhona ne-mentality ukuthi umuntu angabe mncane but abe ne-mentality e-giant. And ukubuyela kuSolomon Ziku ukuthi akwazi ukuthi singagcina sifrustrate ukuthi siyadliwa, because then kusho ukuthi ekhanda lakho usuyahola ukuthi usudliwe, because ngo-70 ungakora futhi ngo-75 75 you are setting up enye into uphinde ukore ngo-88 ku-add 4 minutes ukore, you can win. It's a doable thing. Man City last season they were playing Aston Villa kwaku-76 and I hate it because ngase ngijabula nge Liverpool yawina league. Man City scored 3 goals in 6 minutes. Why? They wanted it, they were hungry, babe pusha and they got it. But thina maso frustrated kunamagoli awu-2 ebhodini sangamakhava, that's not gonna help. So kumele nabadlali bethu, as I said, balungise mentality yabo, because I touched on this last night ukuthi ukuthi enye into ezoshaya ilento yokuthi lokhu siconsider amagoli manje. Cape Town City considered on the 6th minute, Royal AM considered on the 1st minute, Sundowns was considered within the first 5 minutes. 3 games out of 5 and we ended up losing all those games. We conceded within the first 10 minutes. That's not good. Mele ba fix mentality lamajita la kwabona, because as much as uzwane bedile but nabo kumele ba fix istaff sabo, because if yonke into better nje then sinking as Kaizer Chiefs fans. And the next thing ile ukuthi i-Chiefs abantu lokhu bethi we need a number 6. Realistically I don't think Chiefs is going to sign a number 6. That's not going to happen. What I do think though is that Blom has proven with that position angayidlala, and given ukuthi vele the preferred right back njengamanje uSolomons, I can't see why Blom is not being played there or cannot be played there in weekend, because anytime that he's been called to play as a defensive midfielder, whether he's been converted from a defender to what, he has played that position, he plays it better than anyone else. Because mawukuthi uyidlala yedwa i6 uyakwazi ukuyidlala yedwa i6, mawukuthi is doubling up no Matt or no Stebe, he can still do that. But at the end of the day Blom can play that position. And I want to end this video by giving a shout out to Stebe. Stebe has been our most consistent player, and last night he got subbed because of the fact that he's been like working hard all the other games basically, and we need him for the weekend. So guys, ningitsheleni ukuthi what do you think about lento le? I know abayimbeni bazophikisana nami, but I really do believe lezinto engiqeda kuzisho-ke, but I'm looking forward to reading your comments down in the comment section. Please do vote for Samge. Please do like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, remember, equals Alpha.